Well, you know Angie Thomas as the best-selling author behind the popular book The Hate You Give. Well, she is back with a new book. It is a prequel set 17 years before called Concrete Rose. Welcome back to your morning, Angie.
Great.
For having me.
Oh, so good to see you again. Talk to me about choosing to do a prequel 17 years back. We're in Garden Heights. You said you weren't going to do one. What prompted you to take us back specifically in the life of Maverick?
My readers, they're the ones who are the reason for this book. As I was touring around the world promoting The Hate You Give, so many of my readers were so fascinated by Maverick. In fact, I think he was the character I was asked about the most. We see him in The Hate You
Hmm.
Give as a wonderful father, as a pillar of the community, but we also learn through Starr that her dad has a past and he was once a gang member and a drug dealer. And so many of my readers wanted to know, how did he transform into the person we see in that book? So I thought it would be the best way to answer their question by writing a book, and showing him at 17 years old and showing how he
Hmm.
soon will become the man that we later see.
Was there a challenge for you writing from the mindset of a teenage boy?
It was at first. I was very intimidated by it. I've never been a 17-year-old Black boy in my life. So, but I had to do what I recommend all writers who write outside of themselves do. I had to, one, respect who I was writing about, respect the identity I was writing about, read books written by Black men about Black boys, and talk to Black boys and Black men before I did this, and listening to them and hearing things that the way that they think, the way that they communicate, the way that they process the world helped me to further step into this character's shoes. So I had to do the work first before I could ever give it a shot.
Angie, one of the things I find so fascinating about this is you wrote this during the time of COVID, but you also wrote it at the times of the killings of Mr. George Floyd and Ahmed Aubrey. Why then choose to set Concrete Rose back in the 90s and not present day?
Well, and honestly, part of it was because it was an escape for me. This past year has been hard, and it was wonderful to be able to go to the 90s where there are beepers and not Twitter, you know. But Maverick's story as a 17-year-old young man felt like the right time frame in his life to focus on. But also, I felt like even showing the things that he deals with in 1998 can help people further understand that Black men and Black boys have been dehumanized for decades. When we're talking about Black Lives Matter, we're asking people to see the value in Black life because there is so little placed on it. And so much of that is because Black men and Black boys are not seen as human beings, are not giving that dignity. They're seen as threats, as things that go bump in the night. So even in a story set in 1998, I felt that I could work towards helping people humanize Black boys and Black men a little more.
Yeah, give them dignity and respect, deserved by every human being. There's a scene in this book where Maverick gets into the elevator with a white woman. She pulls her purse closer. We've heard this story, before in real life, not even just in fiction. And there's a line where he says this. I'm going to read it to our viewers. People are way more afraid of me than they ought to be. And you said, as you're right, your main priority is to get young people to hold up a mirror to themselves. So, what do you want young people to see in these pages?
I want them to see the real life Mavericks around them. And I want to see them as real human beings. I want them to see them as young men with hopes, dreams, and aspirations, just like anybody else. I want them to get that same dignity and that same respect. I want people to stop making assumptions about them. But for the real life Mavericks, I hope that they pick this book up and they see a beautiful depiction of themselves, to know that they are loved, they are appreciated, and they are understood.
Angie, are you going to leave these characters here, take a break from that for a while? I hear there may be some fantasy in the works.
You know, I would love to say I'm done with them, but I thought I was done with them after The Hate You Give, and I've proven myself wrong. As of right now, I don't have plans to return. I'm currently working on a middle grade fantasy novel. It's my first foray into the fantasy realm and into middle grade. Right now, it feels like a cross between Harry Potter and Black Panther, so I'm really excited about
Oh,
doing it.
I'm really excited about you doing that book. And I can't wait till you can come on and talk to us about it. And I can't wait to see you in person again. We had so much fun last time you were with us in studio. Angie Thomas, great to talk to you. The book is called Concrete Rose, a must read for, every household. Thanks so much, Angie.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.